Alright, so how y'all doing, boys? Hope you're doing well. Now in today's video we have the second final Christmas skin showcase. I was about to say Halloween. Ever since we've had the Halloween special, I always just for some reason revert back to that, but it is of course the Ragnarok DIANE. Now might I just say, this skin is absolutely amazing. Unfortunately, she hasn't got any, like, in my opinion, she hasn't got any like super top tiers. They're all fairly good in their own right. Nothing that I would say is definitively better than all of them, but of course, another character to get their 5th weapon before Assault Meliodas. And we do, of course, still have the final Christmas showcase to do, which will be for the Miguel Day. If you guys have any suggestions on themes, what you might like to see, by all means, let me know in the comments down below. I am absolutely clueless on what I want to do for her. But jumping into the DIANE here, first card here, inflicts damage equal to 500% of attack on one enemy and fills ultimate move gauge orbs by 2. The second card goes, inflicts damage equal to 360% of attack on one enemy, disables attack skills for 2 turns. The ultimate increases all allies damage dealt by 14% for 2 turns and inflicts damage equal to 550% of attack on all enemies. And the passive in PvP removes up to 3 buffs and debuffs on the enemy. When hero uses a skill, increases damage dealt by 40% for each buff or debuff removed. So was definitely made in an era where Margaret and DIANE were a lot more powerful. You know, this kind of buffing, debuffing characters were the meta at the time. So just due to the fact that King's been out and we're seeing a lot less of them, not too sure how she's going to do. And for the reason of that, we do have a 2-6 here as well. I am going to be running her on a HP defense set. Now, back in her prime time, I would definitely have recommended the attack crit or maybe even attack defense. It's really up to you, but just a little bit of extra CC, probably going to be a lot better going like this. And jumping over the claws that I showed before, all of the costumes, none of them are upgraded. I'm mainly saving for, if you guys have been keeping up, we have the New Year's update coming out for, I believe on JP, it should be live at the point you guys are seeing this. Hopefully in a couple more days, the global version will get it. But yeah, this is the team we're using today. Let's hope we can get some wins, and let's jump right into it. A first opponent and the good old Kyo King team. Now, going back to talking about all of the, you know, New Year stuff that's happening on the JP version, I just had a quick look at the patch notes, and there's something, that's for sure. They have released so much new stuff, so many bundles and whatnot, so many like re-returning skins. They have honestly done like such a great job. And although half of it is in Japanese and, you know, I can't really read it unless I was to go through and translate every single thing. All of the, like, you know, text you can be translated just through like Google and whatnot, but all of like the images and stuff you will have to bring up a translator. I'm more just like, I'll be happy to see what it's all like when it comes to global. I know we're getting like a new card pack and whatnot. Super excited for the summons. This is actually the first festival summon, or just first like summon in ages, where every single featured unit I don't have 6/6. Now, if you guys know of the banner, you'll know the goddess is in there. Yes, I don't have goddess as 6/6. She's only 4/6. Not terrible, but it's not like anyone really uses her nowadays anyway. I'd rather stick clear of trying to use goddess Liz. But first opponent here was real easy match. King just ended up wiping everyone as he does. And I mean, since, you know, we are here and we have the DIANE ultimate, might as well get the cutoff off, you know, first match of the video. God damn, Kyo's one weak boy. Might actually end up getting that Escanor Holy Relic at the end of this video, but here we go. We will throw this King card off first, and we'll throw this one out here. Hopefully we can get this, you know, ultimate off a couple more times in the video, even though she has HP defense, just shows, you know, just how much damage she can do. Look at that there. Can we get a one tap maybe? I mean, close to it. And I mean, other units that are on the banner, there is also the, it's not a Holy War Fest, but it's not a regular Fest banner. So of course there was the Goddess Liz. Cusack is also there. I do have a 4/6 Cusack. Margaret, the, you know, female Margaret. There is also Ludociel, so, you know, honestly, besides like the featured units, there's also a really like good amount of really powerful unfeatured units. So if there's any time to spend your gems, I know of course we did just have the King banner and you probably spent a lot of them there. This new banner is definitely it, but Elizabeth, Cusack, Margaret. Also have the Jack of Light Gothar, for some reason I just could not think of the name, and obviously the new Meliodas. So I'm super excited for. What do we want to go for here? Honestly, might just try and see if I can go. Do I want to go full send with the Kyo cards? Yeah, I might as well, why not? That way if we get any extra DIANE ultimate card, or DIANE cards, we can, you know, try and force her ultimate out. Just trying to get as much damage out on Kyo as possible, since, you know, type disadvantage and we have the 2 extra ignites, which really helps. That Meliodas though, on paper, he definitely doesn't look as powerful as King. A lot of his passive is, you know, kind of the same as the Assault Meliodas's, where he does get buffs from his passive, you know. I think it's every time he uses a card, he gets or it's like every time he gets attacked with a single target. I'd have to have another read over it. He gets like an extra buff and it's like 8% to all stats. Really good that, you know, you don't have to have him on like a demon team or anything. Really, really helps out. Super excited for him though. Has an amplify single target card. And I believe a pierce AoE card, which is definitely strange to see. They haven't used like, or like given out any pierce cards in what feels like forever. Probably since we've seen Rugal, in all honesty. I'm gonna go for that one there too, and I guess we just chuck out another card. Okay, yeah, that will get the kill on Gotha. He is going to have the Reflector up though. I do believe due to the fact that Reflector's a buff though, we can remove it with the DIANE passive and like using one of her cards. Just hopefully it removes that over the Ignite, so we should see. I mean, Elizabeth is definitely a good opponent for us to verse with the DIANE here. It's gonna go for, I'm just scared that just at any point, we're just gonna straight up lose KO to an Escanol single target card. Zeldris in the back as well. I really, really like the old school Zeldris, his commandment where like you can move the card and, you know, instead of getting an alt gauge, you lose one and your unit cleanses. Real big fan of that. Actually, my OG favorite team was the Halloween Gotha, Zeldris there, and Ludociel. Just nothing Elizabeth teams could do about it. Let's see though. Yeah, if I look at this, I believe the passive is buffs and debuffs, yeah? In PvP removes buffs and debuffs. Okay, perfect. In the... Ooh, can I... That also removes the alt gauge as well. Ugh, yeah. Might just go for that there, that might be our best bet. Yeah, okay, and it still kept the Reflector up because they were further back. Ugh, not looking too good. I mean, we have started, you know, Aking is no longer stunned. We're starting to draw a lot more cards from. Don't think he can survive 2 Escanol cards, so that's definitely, at least he survived one of them. That means he'll probably use the Flood card on me. Helps Kyo out a little bit. Okay. Losing the ultimate there as well for Kyo. I always downplay Goddesses so much as a unit, although yes, she is by far one of the most annoying units in the game. I still downplay her a lot, and I usually almost always suffer for it. Same thing with like the Archangel team. I usually say that's quite a bad team. And then here, look, like I think like the last 3 times, actually no, I think I won against it in the last video, but before that, the last like 3 times were all losses, which is super, super unfortunate. Getting the kill on not getting the kill on Elizabeth, okay. As long as DIANE can tank here, we should be fine. We'll remove a bunch of Ignites as well, which will get us a bunch of extra damage. If Kyo dies, that's going to be real unfortunate. She is on the HP defense as well, so I doubt she'll one-tap everyone. As long as she does like a lot of damage to Escanol, should be fine. His passive's on the come down as well. He only has one of them, so not like he's going to get immunity or remove it anytime soon. Any crits here and he's just about dead. Okay, perfect. Does the... No, you're going to stun DIANE, aren't you? Oh, no. I thought I had that in the bag then. You see, this is why I am just so glad Goddess Liz just isn't used anymore. Because you just get these annoying matches like this, where you think you've won, and then all of a sudden it all comes tumbling down. I want to say just gonna alter. I just get out of my face. I doubt that second Kyo card will even kill anyways, yeah. Of course. Get her out, she's not here anymore. Don't have to deal with her. Probably gonna have the Escanol just 2-tap. Will 1-tap 2 of my units. What can you do? What can you do? I mean, honestly, without with the Ignites, these 2 could easily wipe this team. I don't know whether though. I mean, hopefully the HP defense set makes it so DIANE can tank at least 1 hit. Hold on, he's not 6'6". Okay, we did lose the ultimate, but DIANE's still alive, which is a major win. Honestly, yeah, we can get rid of Escanol now. Look at that. We actually managed to pull through. This was a fairly good match. Not like a super meta team, which probably helped us out just a tad bit with actually getting the victory. Throwing that DIANE card out there as well. God damn, I mean, second match, 2 for 2 at the moment, so not too bad. And I wonder just how much longer people will keep using Elizabeth, and although we barely see her, here she is on a 340,000 CC team. Holy, am I glad we're using DIANE to kind of counter this Margaret a little bit, because, I mean, I doubt it'll be much longer, and I doubt we'll ever see her in like another meta, at least as a front line, that's for sure. Even as a backline, she's still extremely annoying. I don't know, her substats and whatnot are so terrible to the point where like versing units like the one Escanol, who granted doesn't have the greatest crit chance in the world, that red go through is going to be really annoying as well. I mean, we can always just rush ultimate, but in saying that, he also has the stun. He did buff himself as well. It's not like we can really rush the king ultimate in one turn anyways. Might just go for that edge burn our bad cards. Probably could have rushed a king ultimate actually. Yeah, probably should have done that. Gosh, this is just so... Honestly, at this point in time, we're just like how rampant the king teams are, and the fact that you barely get to use ultimates, like when using king, pretty much like if you're throwing off his cards, if you get to the point where you've thrown off 5 cards, there is no way you haven't killed, unless there are certain circumstances, maybe like versing a barn team, the gift regeneration happening like a 3-star card or something. There is absolutely no way we're winning this team. Honestly, this team with like a red soldier or Sank in the back for the commandment would honestly be a real cool team. Yeah, I'm gonna go for this here. There's just no way king survives another turn, and we managed to get this one. This is like worst case scenario. This is the one kind of thing I was hoping not to verse in this video. Hopefully this is the last Elizabeth that we fight as well. Let's see, pretty much like a 1-star Holy Blade card. Should just about wrap up everyone here. Actually, does this do extra damage per buff? Yeah, okay, so this does extra damage per debuff and whatnot removed. If he were to have survived, we would have got some crazy damage. Hold on, we still have one attacking us. There's no way he fumbles this, right? There's no way. Was that on purpose? Surely not, right? Surely not. This might actually end up being one of the strongest king ultimates. Granted, we don't have the Kyo Ignites or anything that I've ever seen. Seeing the cutout as well is great. Along with DIANE, both have some of the greatest cutouts ever. Look at all those like damage increase debuffs on them. Holy. Still barely able to kill. No way we don't kill Margaret here. Surely, right? God damn, okay, he actually, unless that was like the biggest throw ever, unless he just doesn't know how the king ultimate works, there's no way. I mean, it was definitely a real character. We got the emote at the end, he had the crazy CC. Hey, I mean, I'll give you the bow. Thanks for that one, man. Don't make me... Okay, so we're 3 for 3 at the moment, unless he manages to bring it back one character. So a flawless video would be real nice. Super long loading time. And I know I don't usually say this during videos at least, but if you guys, of course, are enjoying today's video, by all means, go down there, click the subscribe button, click the like button. I mean, it does help out a bunch, and it is also completely free. I'd say personally, that's a bargain right there. Those 2 buttons, completely free to press. But coming up against another Margaret team, honestly, before this video, I've barely faced any Margarets at all since King is released, pretty much. Gacha gods are just blessing us with these Margaret teams. A whole bunch of Escanor as well, which I find is fairly weird. This DIANE, from what I remember, has fairly good sub stats, especially when it comes to like the resistance side and whatnot, so should be able to do a fairly good job of tanking here. As long as King survives, only just, okay. Can his shields help him tank another turn? I highly doubt it. Maybe we could, which card does, I believe it's the red card, the alt gauge card, does a tiny bit more. Yeah, okay, perfect. In fact, I might keep the debuffs there, and we might use the KO single target as well. That way, of course, if we don't get any extra DIANE cards, we can kind of have those merge and filter in. Not too bad, honestly. Once again, you know, if you guys also do have any teams for the Miguel the Showcase, let me know. I am struggling with that one. I do still, of course, have to do the Jericho and Gila final, but gosh, I just cannot speak at the moment. Jericho and Gila final boss. From what I've heard, it is extremely easy, to the point where like if you're trying to score top teams or like top points with the best team, you have to take off your defense pieces, or at least change them to weaker ones, so that you can actually take damage and get debuffs and cleanse them. Like, that is, you really think they would have, like, when they brought, along with like the new Tower of Trials that they, you know, bringing back all the old bosses, that they'd raise the difficulty just a little bit to at least keep up with like the sheer amount of CC some of these like newer units, and with all the, you know, power creep that's happened. I don't know, little bit of a strange twist personally, but getting rid of Escanor, tanking a 3rd card, go down. I'm not actually, yeah, completely forgot she was on HP defense. I mean, that does give us a good amount of debuffs and whatnot to throw off the DIANE ultimate. Once again, I highly doubt she'll kill here. If he throws the gift card as well, removing that would also be really nice. Or they could just cleanse with the Breath of Bless. We'll just wait and see. I'm really surprised as well with the new Meliodas that they brought out, the fact that he doesn't have any buff cards. Honestly, running him alongside like a king or something, I feel like could be the guy. I'm definitely just so keen to see how he goes in play, because on paper, he doesn't look, on paper, don't get me wrong, he still looks like as like a easy top contender for top 5 units in the game. Like, there's no way he's not going to be, but whether he like takes over King immediately in that #1 spot, We'll just have to see. I'm super eager to see how he goes. Can we kill Margaret here? I doubt we can kill Barn. If Barn gets an ultimate off here, at least if you had the Holy Relic, that would just be catastrophic. We'll throw these ones out here. Hopefully that can just about kill everyone with the DIANE ultimate and we can get on to our final match. Hey, I mean, just over 600,000. That was pretty good. And Keo actually be able to kill the Barn as well here. And final opponent time, a King Margaret team. Honestly, if we can beat the King Keo team and just those other crazy CC teams we've versed before, surely we have this one in the bag. Let's see, extra ignites on King as well. Surely we just go for the turn 1 kill on him here. Honestly, although I do say, like, the King Margaret is a very strong team, I don't know, if you have Keo and you have him readily available, I would 100% recommend using him over. I just feel like the synergy with them two in particular is just not as good as it is with King Keo. Granted, no, Margaret is definitely a lot stronger of a character than Keo. The damage reduction you get from the ignites turn, like if you manage to go second, just helping you survive that tiny bit better. The ignites helping his damage every single turn he's available and like alive to help, you know, get more damage and then in turn give you stronger shields. I don't know, they all work and, you know, just so well together. With all those ignites on Keo, there ain't no way we don't kill these Keo single target cards, and that should just pretty much wrap up this one. For this video as well, which I'm real surprised about, I was a little bit nervous getting into the DN. Same with the Miguel, I really don't know how we're going to do on that one. Might do that one in ungeared, in all honesty, just due to the fact I don't have a UR gear set for it. But hey, super successful showcase. There we go, and that just about does it for today's video. And might I just say, sorry for just completely not being able to talk today. I do not know what has happened, but there we go. Christmas DIANE showcase is done. I mean, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please hit the like button, subscribe. Really means a lot to me, and I'll see you guys for some more Grand Cross content.